All right, here we are. Danny McGrath hour. Early. I hear Adrian Ballou singing in the background. I put on King Crimson Live, I think from 1981, 1982. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of that era. So, what we're doing here is we're doing the first 7 albums between Led Zeppelin versus King Crimson, right? 69 to 74 for Crimson, 69 to 75 for Zeppelin. We're going to go the first 7 albums. And here we go. All right. So, first album for Led Zeppelin, the eponymous debut, 1969. Absolutely incredible. They took the Jeff Beck group template and turned it into an amazing album. I mean, just every song's a classic. Love the shit out of it. Not my favorite album of theirs, but it's still just the production's amazing. The sound of the acoustic guitar is incredible. Plant singing, the whole thing. You got it. So we're going Led Zeppelin 1, as it were, 1969 versus King Crimson, who came out of nowhere, 1969, with In the Court of the Crimson King. Regarded by many as the first proper prog album. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't care. Great album. Obviously, 21st Century Schizoid Man's groundbreaking. I Talk to the Wind, Epitaph, amazing. I could do without the second 10 minutes of Moonchild. A bunch of wasted time, free jazz crap. And the Court of the Crimson King, yeah, good song. So, the incredible debut by Zeppelin, Dazed and Confused, and How Many More Times, all that incredible shit. If I had to go head to head, I'm going Zeppelin 55-45. I hate to say it, but it's true. Obviously, I'm a King Crimson fan. And then next, Led Zeppelin 2 versus In the Wake of Poseidon. Right. So Led Zeppelin 2 is probably the first true. This is 69. In the Wake is 70. Second album in 69 from Led Zeppelin. What an incredible, once again, the template for all heavy metal to come forward. Everyone says Black Sabbath was their first heavy metal band, but this was the first proto metal band. This album, Led Zeppelin 2. It's almost perfect. It's just unbelievable. I love it. Ramble on. What is and what should never be. Everything about it. Bring it on home. I love the album, right? Everyone knows everything about it. Who gives a fuck, right? So Jimmy Page is blowing doors on this album. Great, primitive, amazing production. And then you have In the Wake of Poseidon, which is just a duplicate, basically, of In the Court of the Crimson King. But I actually like this album better because you don't have the meandering 12-minute free jazz thing going on there, avant-garde Moonchild. I love the first part of Moonchild. I think it's amazing. But anyway, back to I think the production is so much better. For 1970, this might be my favorite produced album of all time. Pictures of a City. Boy, I think that's an improvement on Schizoid Man. Not a big fan of Cadence Cascade. That's kind of a throwaway. Cat Food's decent. I think In the Wake of Poseidon, the song named after the album, right? The title track, right? Hello, the title track. That is maybe my favorite production of ever of any song, ever. And the whole Mars ripoff, I don't know why they didn't just give Holst the credit. They called it the Devil's Triangle, which is totally trippy. It's killer. Maybe the eeriest Mellotron ever recorded on a studio album. But once again, I mean, I have to be honest here. I'm probably going 56-44 Led Zeppelin. This is killing me. 2-0 Led Zeppelin. All right. And then you have 1970. You have Led Zeppelin 3 versus Led Zeppelin 3 versus Lizard. Wow, that's a tough one there. So Led Zeppelin 3 is probably my least favorite of the Zeppelin proper first 7 albums. We're 6.5, right? We're not counting Presence. We're going all the way up to Physical Graffiti. King Crimson, we're going to Red, right? Since I've Been Loving You is maybe the greatest blues song of all time, but the acoustic stuff, just the melodies to me just don't stack up. Whatever. Lizard, on the other hand, is a very odd album. I mean, if you hear Circus, the first track on the album, if you hear that live, it's perfection. It might be just, oh my God, it's better than anything Pink Floyd ever did. Come on, Pink Floyd, everyone thinks they're trippy. No. Circus, that's where it's at. But then Lady of the Dancing Water, beautiful. But Happy Family and the other one that sound almost the same, those two acoustic kind of electric songs, kind of jazzy, whatever. The Closer, Lizard is amazing. The Lizard's sweet fucking thing. I don't like either of these albums. I'm gonna go draw. Can I do that? I'm going draw. Screw it. So next we have everyone thinks this is the greatest album of all time, Led Zeppelin 4. Not a huge fan. Show it to Heaven, whatever. It's this classic thing, right? I love Four Sticks. Black Dog. Not a big fan of Battle Evermore. When the Levee Breaks, whatever. Rock and Roll, can always been able to leave that one in the dust. So that's good. But Islands to me is totally underrated. It's a beautiful album. Formentera Lady. I think Ladies of the Road might be the greatest blues song. Come on. It's such an amazing tune. Oh my God. It's so raunchy and beautiful. Islands itself is wonderful. And then Sailor's Tale is just fucking mind-blowing. I love that. Love that guitar. I love the Mellotron. It might be my favorite King Crimson album. So that blows down Led Zeppelin 54-46. So we're 2-1. Next. All right, so now we're getting 2 73 albums. Neither band had a proper album in 72, which was an amazing year. So we have House is the Holy, which I think is probably my favorite Led Zeppelin album. I love No Quarters, the greatest guitar solo Jimmy ever played. It's one of my top 5 guitar solos of all time. You know, even though he took it from the guy from Babe Ruth when they played the Frank Zappa cover, King Kong. It's the same solo, but it's amazing either way, right? Just it's has a certain mode that he's playing and that I love. What's the best song on the album? The real fast one? Whatever that fucking song. I can't remember. The Crunch, whatever. Dancing Days is killer. That slow, lush one, I forget what it's called, Summer something. I can't think of it right now. God damn, I'm terrible. But I love the mellotron on that. That's a beautiful song. Um, and what else is on there? Jamaica. What's that? It's Jamaica, right? And it's Song Remains the Same. That's the amazing prog type song on the album. It's a great album. I'd give it 5 stars. Going back, I'd give the first Led Zeppelin album. I'd give that 4 stars. According to Crimson King, 4 stars. Led Zeppelin 2, I'd give 5 stars. In a Wake of Poseidon, I give 4 stars. Led Zeppelin 3, I'd give that 3 stars. I'd give Lizard 3 stars. Led Zeppelin 4, I'd give 4 stars. I'd give Islands probably 4 stars. Well, this is House of the Holy versus Lark's Tongues and Aspic, my favorite album time. The 2 title tracks that start and end the album, Lark's Tongues and Aspic, Part 1, Part 2. They were much more beautiful before I knew that they lifted almost everything from Bartók, the classical composer. So that takes away from that, but still his guitar playing is amazing. Exiles is good. Talking Drums, killer, but easy money. The percussion, the production, the guitar solo, that's my favorite King Crimson song. I'm going Lark's Tongue 60-40. All right, so we're even. Now we move on to what we have are the final 2 King Crimson albums, both from 74 and Physical Graffiti, what I'm just going to count as 2 albums, a double album. So we go Physical Graffiti. There's so many good songs on it, but I just don't like the production. I don't know why. I had it on because, the Warner Brothers or whatever the fuck it was, cassette tape back in the old days. It was just such a thick cassette album. I mean, I love Kashmir, whatever. I love, And the Light, and all the other wonderful things, and the clavinet type sound they're getting there. And if that's what that is, I don't know. It's kind of a dry album to me. I'll give it 3.5 stars. It's almost like the White Album. Shouldn't have been a double album. A lot of filler there. And that's going up against Starless and Bible Black and Red from King Crimson. Well, Starless and Bible Black is mostly just live recordings, which they added some overdubs for the studio. Fracture is unbelievable. It's better live, just without the added little things they did. There's really no reason to even add anything to it. It's perfect. And, Great Deceiver, the title track, is amazing. Night Watch is killer. And then the rest of, the improv type live shit's just what it usually is from King Crimson. It's just kind of okay. Red, to me, everyone thinks it's the greatest album. It's probably their best produced album. But, modern sounding compared. And the Wake Up side is perfect. Islands is amazing in production. But Red, I've never liked the title track. I know people like Red. Man, the bam, bam, the bam, bam. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me at all. I love Fallen Angel. I love One More Red Nightmare, and then Starless is probably the greatest song of all time. Oh my God, I just absolutely love it. So I'm going King Crimson and Providence is one of their least attractive live improvs. They have so many that are better. I mean, they should have put, they could have put, the live, some of the live improvs, I think, from, what I like, what is it? Asbury Park. There's a great improv on there. And then I am the driver of an underground train. That should have been on the album instead of Providence, another studio track if they would have recorded that in the studio, which they never did. I can't even think of the name of the fucking song, but it's a great song. So I'm taking, Red. It's going 55-45. So King Crimson wins. Hey, everybody's happy. Right. And then if you go live, I mean, Song Remains the Same is incredible. I don't know why people don't like that. Or they'll rip it. It's their best live album ever, even if it's taken for nights. I'm not sure if they patch together certain parts of certain songs. It doesn't matter. It's incredible. I have probably 30 bootlegs of Led Zeppelin. That's their best. That's the peak. And then King Crimson, they released Earthbound, which is just unlistenable. The production is so bad, but I love that Mel Collins, Boz Burrell. I can't think of the drummer's name right now. That's one of my favorite. That incarnation of the band, the 71, 72 band's amazing. That's a horrible recording of it. There's so many better ones that have come out since. And then USA, I've never even listened to it because it's overdubbed and they take out David Cross, I think. But the Revelation was Great Deceiver, that album, box set that came out, I think, in 92 from the 73, 74 band. The 73 band is actually better than the 74 band because 73 band was still finding their way and they're just way more kind of trippy improvs from the Jamie Muir days. And the 74 band is more getting towards proto metal. But the problem is the 73 band they're mostly bootlegs. So I think the Night Watch live album they released later on, I don't know, 94, 97, something like that. That's probably what you want right there. But I think the Asbury Park is incredible. So, I mean, they're perfect. Who would I go live? Top 5 live bands of all time for me? King Crimson's number 1. Led Zeppelin has to be right there. Gong. I love Gong from 73, 74, even some of the 77 stuff. They're unbelievable live band. Hypnotic, what the Grateful Dead should have been. The 73, early 74 Zappa. Unbelievable band. That's incredible shit. Obviously, the 73, 74 Genesis is killer. Who else is in those? My top 5. East New York is just too noisy. Miles Davis, too incoherent, noisy. Let's see. McGrath Generator, probably my favorite studio band with King Crimson 1 and 2, but their live shit's kind of like noisy, except for their 78 album, just McGrath Vital. That's incredible. So live band, Black Sabbath, not really a live band for me. The Who, obviously, got to be right there. Yes, they're good live, but a lot of the stuff they recorded wasn't recorded that well. It's kind of muddy. Like Yes songs to me is just too muddy. Live. So it has to be real live bands. So live bands or real bands only went from 69 to about 75. So you can't count anything after that. I don't know. I think that's probably all we got there. I mean, for Led Zeppelin, I like Achilles' Last Stand from Presence. That's an incredible song. And I'd probably rather listen to their later live stuff from 75, 76, 77, just because they have more of a backlog catalog to go to instead of just doing the same old shit that they were doing from 69 to 73. Yeah, King Crimson's original live band. I have their bootlegs. They only have like 4 decent bootlegs. Um, but yeah, the original band is amazing. I actually prefer the second, the Mel Collins band, to the first band. Just Fripp's just out of control. Amazing shit. But like I said, my favorite, and then the '72 Jamie Muir King Crimson is just a bunch of noise. My God, the recordings are terrible. They're just noise. But once he left in '73, my God, they just did a tour of America. Did a show in Texas. It's just the problem is they're bootlegs, so the quality's in the 2-3 range. It doesn't bother me too much, but their '73 shit is by far better than the '74 stuff. But they're my favorite live band of all time. I mean, I'm trying to think who else would be a good live band. I mean, ELP. No, never been a big ELP fan. So I would say like the top 5 best live bands would be King Crimson, um, Genesis, Frank Zappa, Gong, and Led Zeppelin, and that would be my whole thing. And that's all I got for you. What's going on in the background here? We got some noise going on here. Sounds like Fripp in the Discipline era. Fripp with the bad hair. It's funny when you look at the '80s band, like bands from the early '80s. Like bands look so cool in the '70s. It looks so cool. Probably started peaking in their looks in the mid to late '70s. He gets the '80s, and they all start to look like guys from a gay club in Miami, or Sunset Strip. They all just take on this proto Miami Vice thing going on. They all look gay. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I prefer the kind of the more rugged look of the '77, '78, and they're still just badasses with big afros and stuff. And here we get Adrian's about to do something there. Blue, what's he doing? Is that Discipline, maybe? I'm done. That was terrible. I apologize.